Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Crypto Miners Twitter space. My name is Mary, and I will host this space for you tonight. Also, a reminder that we only talk about educational purpose things in here, and no financial advice from us in Crypto Miners, nor our guests. So do your own research. And with that said, today's project presentation is from Flooz. And I think we have more than one here from Flooz, but I see only one at the moment. So let's see who we have here. Hi, Mr. Flooz.
Hey, Mary, thank you for having us. I'm just waiting for two more people to join, so just give us a moment. I think Craig has just joined us, so maybe you can bring him up on stage.
Uh-huh. If he asks for it, I will. Who are you, Mr. Lamin?
Cool, yeah, so my name is Salvatore, and we also have Namin and Craig joining us, so it's just the three of us today.
Okay, very good. So if you are here, Lamin and Craig, raise your hand. Oh, I see Craig now.
Yeah, maybe just also give it a moment for some people to join. I think Lamin's just trying to connect now. He just pinged us.
Mm-hmm. That's all right. Yeah, we can wait a minute.
Awesome.
And
So,
while we
where are
wait,
you?
maybe we can just say hello to everyone. And yeah, I'm happy
Yeah.
to see you all here. Bring a friend, guys. Go and tweet about us so we can have even more audience. We are going to have live questions also today, so I've been told.
Amazing. Yeah, we really really like what you guys have been doing. Followed along for some of the recent AMAs and spaces that you did. So we're definitely
Great.
excited to be a part of it. Also, coming close towards the end of the year. So
Uh-huh. Yeah, did you buy all your presents, Salvatore?
not yet, not yet. We we also have a big community ourselves. So I think when we talk about presents, we also have some some potential rewards lined up there.
Great. Yeah, why buy presents if you're in crypto? Just make them a wallet and send them some seed phrases over, you know?
Right, right, right. So just a question, like to you guys, where are you based? Like what time zone are you in?
What time zones? Well, me myself, I'm in Sweden. It's now 4 o'clock in the afternoon here. It's already dark outside. It's very, very, yeah, dark and cold. We do have snow now, so it's not that dark anymore, but where are you situated?
Nice, yeah. Sweden is a cool place. Yeah, so I'm based in Amsterdam right now, and Craig is based near London, and Lamine is based in Dubai.
Ah, nice. So you're not far off from my time zone.
No, we're on the same time zone. At least we are. We're on Central European time.
Oh yeah, you are in Holland. Yeah, okay. But London is a little bit, they're a little bit behind us, an hour or so.
Yeah, 1 hour exactly. So I see that Lamine's just joined us.
Yeah,
So
I see
hopefully you
him.
can request to speak.
So super. Let's start then, guys. So welcome to Crypto Miners, and let's have a few words from each of you. How far you have been into crypto and what you do for this company or for this project, Floss
Hi everyone.
or Flooz. How do you say that?
Flooz is
Floss or
Flooz is Flooz, and also a pleasure meeting you, Mary. I'm Lamin. I'm the founder
ah,
and CEO of
please.
Flooz. I am so sorry for being late, but unfortunately, like my internet connection and VPN was a bit buggy. But now I'm very happy to be here. Thank you so much for hosting us today.
Great. Yeah, thank you for coming. As you can hear, my voice is a little bit, I'm still sick,
No
so
worries. Well,
I'll do my
where,
best.
where are you calling in from today?
Sorry, where?
Where are you calling in from today?
From Sweden. I'm in
Oh,
Sweden.
oh, nice. Like I used to spend a lot of time in Stockholm. Like I used to work for
Oh,
Klarna,
cool.
and I flew flew like every week to like Stockholm back and forth. That was nice.
Ah, I see. Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice country.
Yes.
Can't complain.
No, it's lovely. Sweet. So you asked earlier, for us to briefly introduce ourselves. Maybe I can just, let the guys introduce themselves very quickly, and then I can take this. And
Yes.
talk a little bit about Flooz, about what we do. So maybe Craig
Sounds
and
perfect.
Elias, you can,
Yeah.
take the mic.
Definitely. Go ahead, Craig. Start things off.
Yeah. All right. My name's Craig. I've worked Flooz now probably about 18 months. I look after all the partnerships, so bots, websites, distributor partners, tokens. I look after everybody who joins the Flooz ecosystem. Before that, I used to work at one of the top UK stockbrokers and looked after their digital growth. And worked there for maybe about 10 years before I joined Flooz. So nice short summary, I guess.
Sweet.
Awesome. So yeah, my name is Salvatore. I'm based in Amsterdam. I'm currently looking after growth for Flooz, so mainly focused on marketing and focused on, I guess, bringing our product to the people. My background is a little bit a mix between product and also like music. So worked for a few fashion brands, music companies, and then I spent the last year working for Kanye West's creative agency, where I met Lamine, and we've been going ever since. So yeah, just a quick short summary.
Sweet. Thank you so much for the introduction, guys.
Great. Thanks.
So I'm Lamine. I'm the founder and CEO of Flooz. Before building Flooz, I built a few fintech companies, financial technology companies. The first one was called N26. I was one of the founding team members and joined the company as I think the fifth or sixth employee back in the days and team member. I'm a product person, so I built N26, which is a massive company in Europe. So I built this from the ground up with the team. This is also where we met our CTO, Maximus. And then from there, we built another company, which is called Cookies. It was a peer-to-peer payment app that we ended up selling to Klarna, kind of like the European version of Venmo. We ended up selling this to Klarna. And then I was at Klarna for roughly 3.5 years, built a lot of consumer products over there. Left the company, moved to Hong Kong, where I built another bank. It's called WeLab. It's the biggest lending company in China. They give out a loan every 2.9 seconds, and also now branching out to Indonesia. It's now one of the most popular bank accounts in Hong Kong. So I did this for I pretty much spent the last 10 years of my career only building some of your favorite banks in the world. And after doing so, I decided to apply the 10 plus years that I gathered in process innovation and consumer financial technology to Web3, because I saw that there was a massive need to humanize crypto and just make it acceptable and accessible for everyone. And this is how we then started creating Flooz. There's much more to talk about it, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a start. Thank you. So you were in Klarna. Now I got it. Okay, that's cool.
Yes.
Yeah, the Swedish guys started that one. All right. So why don't you try again and have an elevator pitch about what Flooz really is? Because it's lots of things, right? It's not just a wallet. It's a whole ecosystem,
Yeah,
I think.
I think one thing that would be lovely, if you allow me to, I would like to explain to you our purpose and what problems we identified in Web3 and what we are now building to to solve these problems. I think this will help a lot.
That's a great
Sweet.
idea. Let's do that.
So we at Flooz, we are really obsessed with understanding what's influencing a young person's financial decisions. And interestingly, 1/3 of Gen Z and millennials identify as curious investors. And those are, and for these curious investors, friends, family, but more dominantly social media drives their trading decisions. Why? Well, social media content is more relatable, it's entertaining, it's easier to digest, and it provides a variety of content that can be consumed on the go. Mostly, social media content comes from Twitter, from Reddit, from Discord. and from Telegram for Web3. Now, the problem with, like all these social media influences and this content that you see on the internet is that the majority of the people on social media aren't good traders. The majority of them are actually, very, very bad traders. Social media is really based on opinions of people promoting specific tokens with the promise of a high return on investment, and investment decisions are unfortunately still driven by FOMO and greed, and all of which results in users making very poor financial choices and potentially being exploited or even robbed. I think we've all witnessed a lot of this over the last few months. Now, what we want to do is we are creating the easy, social, and safe way to enter Web3. It's our vision to provide equal financial opportunities to everyone. And to do so, we know that we have to provide first the financial literacy through data, not through opinions, but through data. And second, the trading infrastructure to act on this knowledge. That's why we are building a blockchain analytics platform that enriches on-chain data with millions of wallet labels. Now, Gen Z curious investors are using Flooz to discover opportunities in Web3, perform due diligence, as in do their own research, and they can trade any digital assets and track their portfolios with real-time data and alerts. Now, our core IP that we are currently working on is indexing the entire blockchain data. It works on Ethereum, on Polygon, and on the Binance Smart Chain. We are processing every transaction on the blockchain since its genesis. So it's millions of data points. We are applying artificial intelligence and machine learning and a lot of data science to cluster this data in a user-relevant way so that we can facilitate a person's investment decision-making process. Now, you can imagine it in a very simple way. Imagine you have an app, which in our case is, the Flooz wallet that you can download. Very soon we're adding a feature where you have a feed. It looks a little bit like a Twitter feed where you can see what everyone on the blockchain is buying, what they're selling, what the profitability of their trades and so forth. From there, you can then follow different wallets, you can check what they do, and you can even copy trade what they're doing. Meaning you can just say, hey, this person has an interesting, trading behavior. I would like to, copy whatever these people are doing in the future. So I'm just going to put $100 in there and then, please mirror every trade that this user is doing. We're doing all of this in a fully decentralized, permissionless, and a trustless manner. And I think, for us seeing what happened with FTX and Voyager and 3 Arrows Capital, etc., just has proven that there needs to be a centralized exchange-like service, that provides a really great user experience, but in a fully decentralized, permissionless, and trustless manner. And we are here to build that.
That sounds amazing. Yeah. So your team, it's you 3 people, and how many else are in the team?
Well, we are 22 people full time. From the majority of the team comes from a financial technology background, like from N26, Cookies, or Klarna. Elias already mentioned, we worked together with Kanye West in Los Angeles at Donda. This is where I met him. And then, we have a lot of, the majority of our team is, product people or engineers or designers. Small marketing team, but 22 people full time, distributed across the world. From all the way Nigeria, Lagos, we have 2 people sitting there, to Berlin, to London, to the Middle East or UAE, where I personally live.
That's great. So they all work full time with this product. With
all
Flooz.
full time.
Flooz.
We've been a company for the last 2 years now. Still an early company, but we were very fortunate to be able to acquire roughly 60,000 users globally in a fully organic way, and we processed more than $130 million so far. So even though we were a very young company, we were able to sustain ourselves, which I think was really important, especially in these times.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so far, how far along are you in your, well, we could say roadmap, but I mean, how much have you achieved that you wanted so far, and what's coming now next? What's the next step?
Well, I'm a founder, so obviously I will never be happy with what we've achieved.
Yeah.
No, but jokes aside, I mean, right now, everyone can just go on Flooz.Trade. You can connect your wallet. You can automatically track your portfolio, your activities. your NFTs in a beautiful way. Like this works on Ethereum, Polygon, and Binance Smart Chain. And from there, we allow you to trade any token on any chain for another token. So this part on the web is already fully working. We are releasing next week a new feature, which is called Buy Any Crypto. So you'll be able to buy any token on this planet on Ethereum, Polygon, or Binance Smart Chain directly with credit card or with Apple Pay in a super easy and seamless process. So this is going to come next week. And then, also we have like a mobile product, as in like a mobile app for iOS and Android that I can just encourage everyone to try out. It's entirely for free. Again, it's non-custodial. We do not have access to your funds at any moment in time, so you can safely download it or even import your seed phrase if you want to. And like on that app, we are already doing like a lot of really great stuff. So you can buy crypto again with Apple Pay, with Google Pay, with credit card, with bank accounts from all the most relevant fiat on-ramp providers on the planet. So that's one thing. You can send crypto. It works super easy. You just type in, an ENS or wallet address, like a short message, soon a GIF, and like more emoji options, etc. And then you can send money across the world instantly to people. You can sell crypto, so you can cash it out to your bank account. You can obviously swap crypto, and you can receive crypto. We automatically track your entire portfolio for you. We have released this week, as in yesterday, beautiful token pages. So if you open the app and you click on any token, you will find the graphs, the description, all the important data like market cap, holders, etc. But we even go a bit further, and we also like aggregating all the Twitter information about a specific project, so that you don't have to go to Twitter to see what the last 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 tweets were. You can directly consume everything in one place. Just because Web3 is super, super cluttered and like fragmented, and like information is everywhere, and we just want to make this as simple as possible.
So is it also like a social platform? You mean, can you interact with each other with other
not yet,
wallet users?
not yet, but it's coming very soon. So what we are doing, like we just finished the planning for next year. So I can give you like a very quick glimpse on a high level what we're doing next year. So like in Q1, we're gonna drastically improve the way that we handle data, so that we are much faster at serving data. Already now in the wallet, if you have a Flooz wallet and you use it for trading purposes, everything loads under 1 second, which is insanely fast. Like, so if you compare this to MetaMask, if you open MetaMask and you have a few tokens in there, it takes MetaMask between 5 and 20 seconds just to open, and then it takes them another 5 to 10 seconds just to load the tokens. So for us, you open the app and boom, everything is instantly available for you with accurate data, accurate prices, etc. So that's one thing. Now, but we still want to, there's still room for improvements, and we just want to take a whole quarter to just make sure that we use, that we index the blockchain in a better way, that we store it in a better way, and that we are just a bit more efficient. And then in the second quarter, we're going to release, if all goes well, the first version of our feed, which is nothing else but like a very strong analytics platform embedded into the wallet. So you'll be able to see, different playlists, like on Spotify, for instance. One playlist is, for instance, the Bodega Nights. And the Bodega Nights are all the winning and losing flips under $100. So if you open this playlist, you basically see something like a Twitter feed where you can see this user or user X bought a token 5 days ago for $90 and sold it today for $1,400 and made a 15x on the trade. You can see on the chart when they bought and when they sold it. And then from there, you can dive into that specific user. You can see their profitability over the last 90 to 180 days, which we calculate and compute for you. And then from here, you can then decide to copy that person's trading strategies and just say, you want to copy it for $100, and then we just do everything for you silently in the background. So that's kind of like the roadmap for next year.
Nice.
That we're super excited about. And but the wallet already today, it is super powerful, and I can just encourage everyone, if you are tired of going to CoinMarketCap, if you're tired of using different centralized exchanges to buy crypto, if you are tired of having to browse different Telegram, Twitter, Discord, etc., just to keep track of a specific project, I can only encourage you to download the Flooz wallet. Maybe Elias and Craig, maybe you can pin it to this voice chat here. That would be helpful. And then like all your problems will be gone away. It's a super easy and safe way to trade. One thing that's important to mention.
You're solving all our problems.
Not all of them, but like we're trying to solve as many problems as we possibly can.
Yeah, sounds amazing. But do you also, my question was going to be, what makes you stand out amongst your competitors? But you already went through lots
Yeah, I
there,
think
and you even mentioned Trust Wallet and MetaMask already. But is there something else that is, because I would believe that many in here are very familiar with Trust Wallet. I mean, it's downloaded like X million times, 12 million or something. I don't know, but many times anyway. So how are you gonna try and break that
no,
or come close to
it's a
that?
very good question. Now, like, I think it's important to highlight that for us, the wallet and the trading infrastructure that we've built so far is just one piece of the puzzle. It's not our core focus. Like, our focus is to build a blockchain
Okay.
analytics platform that enriches on-chain data with millions of wallet labels. Because we want to give you the opportunity to discover Web3 opportunities, to perform due diligence, and to trade any digital asset and track your portfolio in real time with real-time data and with real-time alerts. So that's what we're doing. So in the Web2 world, there's something called the Bloomberg terminal. So whole of Wall Street basically takes the Bloomberg terminal, which is just a tool that serves a lot of data and data points on specific markets. And they take this to then base their investment decision process. And as I mentioned in the beginning, we are really obsessed with understanding what is influencing a young person's financial decision. And we think that, we definitely want to become the major hub for, Gen Z and for like millennials and curious investors to do their own research on our platform. And then, we believe that if you have a platform that is super easy to use, that gives you all the analytics that you see on blockchain, that is very complicated sometimes. Etherscan is not easy to understand if you're just getting started with Web3, right? Like, it's very difficult to understand what transaction hashes are, and how the money has been funneled. It's a lot of like numbers, digits. It's not necessarily nicely, done on, like on mobile. So like, we just want to take all of this information, cluster it in a very smart and a very fun way, in an engaging way, and give you like an infrastructure that allows you to trade any token based on data and based on you learning what is happening on a blockchain. I can give you another example. One thing that we're going to start doing very soon, we will give you the option to use fake money. So it's not real money. It's kind of like monopoly money to just trade. So you'll be able to open a wallet, and then it's not on chain, obviously, but you will be able to just take $100,000 and just buy any token on Ethereum, Polygon, and the Binance Smart Chain. And we're doing so just as a way for you to get familiar with how the blockchain works. You can follow specific wallets, you can mirror their trade, you can check out specific projects.
To be educated.
Just to be educated. And whenever you feel that you've, gathered enough knowledge, then you can actually put in real money. And I think if I just take a look at wallets in general, like every wallet that I've seen so far, first of all, respect to every wallet that wakes up, or like every team that wakes up in the morning and, tackles this space. It's not easy. But every wallet that I use so far feels a little bit like an insurance product. So like, you open a wallet and then you have a white blank screen and you're a bit stuck and you're a bit lost and you don't necessarily know what to do. Now you have a wallet and it's like, okay, what should I buy? What should I do? To whom should I listen? I have now $100 in Ethereum ready. Should I buy an NFT? Should I not? And if I buy one, what should I buy? It's a lot of these questions. And we feel that, a wallet is kind of like an iPhone. An iPhone comes pre-installed with different apps, right? So you can, if you get a new iPhone, you can instantly use a calculator or, the browser or whatever. And we want to give you a similar experience where you can directly interact with Web3, even if you don't want to use your real money.
I think it's very interesting because you are the first person I've ever interviewed that said that we are trying to find out what the young people really want or their pattern, what they are interested in.
What's influencing their financial decisions. I think that's a huge that's a huge purpose that we're trying to find that we're trying to find a solution to. Because if you figured out what is influencing your personal financial decision, and then you provide the right product for that specific target group, I do feel that you have a very strong chance of, first of all, standing out from the market entirely, because your product will be used to do your own research. That's why it was so important that this week we released the token pages in our mobile wallets, because that's the first step, for us to educate you. You can see the charts, the activities. We aggregate all the social media content for you, so you don't have to, open Telegram, Discord, Reddit, and so forth. Everything is neatly integrated into that simple token page that we have. And we do feel that if we do this in a very smart way and we give you analytics data, but in a human readable way and in digestible and a fun way, that we will have a product that can definitely, cause a lot of adoption.
Mm-hmm. And you also claim on your webpage, and I heard you also mentioned it in the start here, that you're humanizing crypto.
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain that expression a little bit, and what you really mean, and how you will achieve that? I mean,
so there's a technical and a non-technical way of approaching this question. So which one do you want to hear first?
Well, the non-technical.
Okay. we can go deep. So humanizing crypto, we have identified roughly like 5-6 things we need to do, and I think this is something that every wallet in some form or shape will be doing. But it's just like, we call it the plumbing phase. So we need to finish the plumbing before we can add more distinguishing features. So one of the problems is we need to abstract the complexity of the blockchain. Now, this starts with us removing words that people don't necessarily understand. It is very interesting. Like in Web3, we really focus so much on the technology and not actually on the value of the technology. So it's similar, like, in the early days of the internet, people just wanted to visit websites. No one said, hey, I'm using this protocol, it's called HTTP. No one was saying that. Everyone was just saying, hey, I want to have fun on the internet and I just want to visit a website. And I feel in Web3, we talk a lot about DeFi, staking, sidechain, smart contracts, layer 1, layer 2s, gas fees, guys,
so technical.
Liquidity pools, mempools. Like, what the hell does any of this even mean, right? And we've seen that we did an event in Amsterdam with my dear friends, and our partners at Daily Paper. And it's a really cool streetwear clothing brand, and we distributed 2,000 NFTs to everyone who attended the party. It was their 10-year anniversary. And then we did a little test. We told people like, hey, if you scan this QR code, you can download this wallet and then claim this NFT. And everyone was like, NFTs, it's a scam. I don't want to touch it. I bought something and then I lost value. And then we just changed the wording and we said, hey, if you scan this, you can redeem a super key in this app. And with this, you get access to the next event for free. And everyone was like, oh my God, yeah, I absolutely want to do it. I just need to click here and do this. I was like, yes. And then we were able to distribute the 2,000 NFTs very quickly. So abstracting the complexity of the blockchain, just in terms of the lingo, is one of the topics. Then the second topic is
very smart.
The second topic is wallet recovery and safety. We need to be able to abstract the account logic. So you cannot go and expect that a product will be mass adopted if you're required to download to buy another physical device like a ledger just to protect your account. I've not seen this, unless you're in a very high position at a bank where you need RSA keys to verify, custom VPNs to verify that it's really you using a specific product. But if you're just a normal user, it does make sense for us to say, hey, you lose your seed phrase, you lose access to all your money. That's not a way for us to be able to onboard it. So for us, we are working also in Q1 on a way so that you can sign up with Twitter, you can sign up with Facebook, you can sign up with whatever tool you want, even with your telephone number, email address. You can, use Google Authenticator, for instance, so that we just want to make it easy for you to be able to sign up and to recover your wallet. We're doing another thing on that note, and that's, going more into everything that is securities related. Because that is a very, very important part as well. So unfortunately, over the last few months, we've seen a lot of scam happening. So here are a few of the initiatives that we are doing. So the first one is we emulate every transaction for our users to prevent them from interacting with malicious smart contracts. While we emulate these transactions, we check for honeypots, for plausible transfer functions, for proxy contracts. We check if the owner is hidden or if the owner or contract is blacklisted from different databases. We check if the creator of the contract owns more than 5% of the liquidity. And we also transparently show you when you make the trade how the liquidity is in respect to the market cap. So if you see like a token has a market cap of $5 billion, but only $10,000 in liquidity, then you know something is very wrong, right? On top of this, we obviously we block malicious websites. And as I mentioned earlier, we help you to recover your wallet. So this, and then I'm nearly done because you asked, so I'm going to answer.
With the first part, huh?
Yes. Then just two more things, and then I'm done. Like we make it super easy for you to buy and sell any crypto token. As I mentioned to you, next week we are releasing a new flow and a new feature where you will be able to buy any token that is listed on Ethereum, Polygon, or Binance Smart Chain directly with your credit card. And we're doing this by applying a lot of process innovation. You technically do 2 single transactions, but it feels like you just do 1 transaction because it is so smooth. So that's just one of these things. And then, last one, like a lot of notification services to warn you when something is happening, etc. So like this is just in terms of humanizing crypto, what we're doing.
And is this all happening on your phone, or can it also be on your computer?
So that's a good question. So the wallet currently only works on iOS and Android. There are plans in the future to bring it also to a browser, but for right now, we just want to focus already a lot what we're doing. And on the web, you can just go on Flooz.Trade and initiate any transfer. Obviously, if you use the Flooz wallet, you will have the smoothest experience. So if you go on the web on Flooz.Trade and you have a Flooz wallet and you use both to sign transactions, you're going to have an extremely pleasant and fun experience. But you can also use it with other wallets like MetaMask and Trust Wallet and so forth.
Okay, cool. So now I also want to hear the story behind the name Flooz. What does it mean? What is it? What is a Flooz?
It's a good question. So Flooz means money in Arabic. Like the actual term is fulus, which means money. But like the
in which language?
In Arabic.
In Arabic.
And a lot of like hip hop artists, etc. They use the word Flooz in their rap songs. So like it kind of fits the vibe a little bit. So we just decided to call it money, just in a different language.
Yeah, cool. That's a great name then. I thought it was like a flood that.
No.
The money is flooding.
No, it just means money. It just means money. That's it.
Okay. Money. Yeah. Okay. It's like an ABBA song.
Yeah.
All right. You talk so much. We have covered so much already. I promised to have some live questions, but let's see. We have been through the utility about this app and everything in your platform, but you also have a coin or a token called Flooz token, right?
No, it's a SYA token. It's called SYA. That's a token that we launched last year. It has been a bit dormant over the last few months, just for like a simple reason. We just want to kick off a migration and move the token from the Binance Smart Chain to Ethereum and change a lot of these things. But given the current market conditions, we are not changing the token right now. Like I think launching a token in this market sentiment is like not the smartest idea. So that's why we have just deprioritize this in communicating it publicly.
Okay, so I just wanted to ask why a token, but you don't really have it then or use it.
No, like we did an experiment last year. Like it was a DeFi experiment where we just wanted to launch a smart contract just to experience how it is to build a smart contract from the and then put it out there. So we did, and to our surprise, we ended up having like more than 40,000 people buying into the token. At some point, the market cap skyrockets to $100 million, something we didn't really expect. And then we just said, okay, now we need to grow up and mature and migrate it from from the Binance Smart Chain to Ethereum. But we haven't followed through on this yet, just because it took a lot of time for us to set up the legal infrastructure in Switzerland, and second of all, the current market conditions are just a bit challenging. Let's put it like this.
So you can't buy the token right now?
No, you can buy it. You can go on Flooz.Trade, or you can just go on like any other DEX, and you can instantly buy the token if you wanted to.
Not on your.
No, you can go on Flooz.Trade, like our platform, and instantly buy it if you want to. You can of course.
Very good. So someone asked me a question before this interview started, and you have tweeted about something called Token Discovery Hub.
Yes.
Is that something you could share? What is that? Because it couldn't be found somewhere on
Yeah.
the web page. Well,
Well, that's
an explanation to
that's definitely
what that is.
Salvatore has very like fun names for like our features. So the token discovery hub
Okay.
is just like the token pages that allow you to discover like what a token is, you know. So yeah, that's it. So if you click on any token, either on Flooz.Trade on the web or on the mobile phone, we aggregate all the information. It usually takes you like a little bit of time to compile. So everything that you see like on social media, like Twitter and so forth, we compile it for you. We beautifully display to you all the market data that you get from CoinMarketCap, your own activity, so your portfolio tracking. We aggregate everything into one place, and we allow you to discover
For every
every
coin.
coin. There's more than 50,000, no, sorry, more than 40,000 coins that we are tracking and that we offering the service to. So yeah, it's quite a lot.
Not bad. And where do I go to see this, or where do I go to click? In the wallet itself, or
Yeah,
in the...
in the wallet itself, you know, if you click on the token, you will instantly see the you will instantly see the information. I think that Simon, one of our community members, has posted a screen recording of this that I retweeted. Maybe we can bring this up again.
Yeah, definitely. Let me pin it.
If you can pin
Let me
it.
pin it to the space.
Something is pinned already. I have to admit, I'm very bad at. I don't know how to do this. I think Alpha did it now.
No, I've pinned a few things, and actually just a quick.
Oh, you did it. Okay. Where do I go to
just
pin? Well, we can have a
that's
session maybe later to train me about these things.
we can do a little tutorial. But so something for everybody in attendance. So we created a special NFT review, guys, for this session, and we're giving it
Oh.
away to everyone in attendance. So if you check the pin message at the top of the space, you'll be able to claim your Flooz Super Key NFT. And this is to
Wow.
reward everyone for attending. So quick one. And I also pinned the post from Sam and me.
So how do you do to go and claim this? You need to connect your wallet somewhere, or?
So you can claim the Flooz Super Key NFT with any wallet. Obviously, you will have the best experience using the Flooz wallet. That is also
Of
the
course.
only way to actually visualize the NFT, because a lot of like crypto wallets such as MetaMask, you're not able to actually see the artwork, which is very crazy. So for us, it's like everything is very like visually prominent. So if you wanna, make sure that the NFT looks great in the wallet, then make sure to get the Flooz wallet. All the links are in the post actually. So both the Android and the iOS download link, as well as the special claim link. And we
Yeah, I
have
see that now.
250 NFTs, and I see we have 330 people listening. So not everyone will get one. Make sure you're quick.
Hurry up. Well, I need to go now, guys. Bye. No, just kidding. Let's move on with the AMA. So, what other features do you have than the ones we have been through already? Is there something we have forgotten? Or you?
On our end, I think we said a lot already. It's like a lot of information to digest. But maybe the community has some more questions, and people in the.
Let's move to the community and see if someone. I see IB had his hand up for a long time, so I'm gonna unmute you, IB. See if you have a question for the Flooz team. Takes a while before it connects, I guess.
Hello guys, can you hear me?
Hi.
Hi, IB.
Good day, everyone.
Did you have a question?
Yes, I actually have 2 questions. So
Okay, let's go.
my first question is your app available to all countries? And also, can you tell us a bit about requirements for KYC?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
I want to know if your app is available to all countries. Like, is there any restrictions to some countries?
Yeah, there are certain restrictions, but like not many. So I think North Korea is restricted. But other than that, the app is available globally.
Okay, I would also like to know what are like the basic requirements for KYC.
The basic requirements for KYC?
Yes.
So that is dependent on the fiat on-ramp providers that we work with. So each fiat on-ramp provider, so we've integrated MoonPay, Sendwire, Ramp Network, Transact, and we're going to integrate also like a few more specifically in specific jurisdictions where like these providers that I just mentioned aren't fully available yet. Like India, for instance, which uses mostly Paytm to fulfill payments, or like like in Kenya you have M-Pesa, etc. Right? But each KYC provider has different requirements depending on the jurisdiction. In most cases, there's always like a threshold. So like, don't quote me, depends where you are, in the world, where your IP address is, etc. But in most cases, like if you are below $100, you can, instantly top up using your credit card without needing to do like a full KYC. But if you want to top up more, or if you hit certain thresholds, let's say more than 5 times below $100 a day, then you need to do full KYC. So, but it really depends on your jurisdiction, etc. And then for the KYC, it's the standard process. So you need to type in your name, your email address, your address in general, then your ID document, and then connect the credit card, and then you can instantly start ramping fiat on and off.
Great, thank you, IB. Did you have another question?
Okay, my last question. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
Okay, my last question is can you tell us like a bit about like the major challenges you faced regarding onboarding new users into crypto, and how you were able to like tackle these problems?
Oh, it's a very good question. I think major challenges right now is definitely like a few topics that are a bit out of our control. So the obvious one is just like market sentiment right now and market volatility. I think the collapse of FTX and other central exchanges have temporarily damaged the public perception of what Web3 is and what it can become. And it somehow, centralized exchanges are really against the core ethos of Web3, which is decentralization, right? And we have, abused centrally, like the trust of the public, which I think is not really good. I think it also is important to mention that, in 2023, we will be expecting a global recession and the collapse of some financial markets, which will further impact transaction volume and the consumer appetite to invest into trade. So that is just in general a problem that I think we all affected in some form or shape, be it via inflation or like on the other side if you build a trading platform. But we do feel confident that, turning Flooz into a do your own research hub with a copy trading feature similar to what eToro is doing, but in a fully non-custodian and decentralized manner, is going to help us, get out of this bear market in a very strong position. Another risk is obviously the uncertain regulatory environment. Now, governments globally are trying to, regulate Web3 and digital assets. Now, Flooz is a US company and thus subject to, US regulations. Luckily, we are set up in a way where we are fully decentralized and non-custodial, so we never have access to your funds ever. Like, you are in full control over your funds. And we have a very strong background in understanding regulations. So like it is to expect that in a few years from now, even wallets that are non-custodial will in some form or shape be required to do KYC, do AML checks, do fraud monitoring, etc. So that's the second one. And I think the third one is obviously Apple, and the App Store policy is very unclear. I know that today they announced that they would like to allow users to, create a third-party app store where third-party apps can, also download the apps. But just to give you an example, the Coinbase wallet was forced to remove one of its feature, which is sending NFTs, because Apple tries to impose a 30%, commission on any gas fees, which currently is not even technically possible. So even if you wanted to comply with Apple, you couldn't, because gas fees are outside of the Apple Pay ecosystem. And there are also other restrictions from Apple, including, like not being able to use NFTs to unlock features within the app and some other stuff. So that's another risk that we see, that can slow down, adoption. And then, and then just in general, acquiring customers at scale and being super cost efficient is always a challenge. Now, our business model so far has been a B2B2C model. So our primary customers are tokens and token partners. So any person that has created or plans to create a token can come and partner with us. We offer, like our trading infrastructure as embeddable widgets. So if you have a coin, for instance, you can just, like go on Flooz.Trade/partners, enter your, smart contract address, and we give you a trading widget that comes with obviously like trading, with connecting the wallet functionality. It comes with fiat on ramp embedded in, it comes with charts embedded, and it comes with like also referral system embedded. So we provide this infrastructure, and going further, now that we have the token pages, like we will give token creators more granularly options to use our infrastructure to better communicate and create their communities within our app and within our products. So you as a token creator can come, and then you can organize airdrops, giveaways. You can understand trading behavior of your customers. You can blast a push notification to everyone only if they're opted in, and a few other things. But those are the challenges that we see and how we hope to mitigate them.
Great. I unmuted Young
Yeah.
Mo.
Hi, Young Mo.
Yeah. Hello. Can you hear me?
Hi.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
Yes.
Good afternoon. My questions are, first of all, I want to know how friendly is your user? I mean, is your hub? I mean, how user friendly is your hub? And then talking about gas fee. Is there any means, or is there any way you spoke with your customers, or is it just a random table meeting? That is your teammates meeting that came up with the gas fee. And then the third one is what's important, or what is the important aspect you use your gas fee for the project? Thank you.
That's a good question. I mean, just wanted to re-emphasize and stress that we are fully non-custodial wallets, and we do not control gas fees. So if you as a user, you want to do a specific trade, gas fees are always dependent on how congested a specific network, Ethereum or Polygon, etc. is. So if the network is congested or there's a lot of trading happening, then gas fees are high. And if there's no trading happening, or the network is not congested, then gas fees are fairly low. We cannot control the gas fees whatsoever. So that's one thing. And what was the other question? Sorry, would you mind repeating the other question?
Okay, yeah. I said, how user friendly is your hub? Like, how can customers, or how do you think customers will be happy using your project?
I mean, it's a good question. It's difficult to say. I guess you just need to download the wallet or go on Flooz.Trade to try out how easy it is to use our product. Like, I think in general, one thing that we put a lot of emphasis in, we removed all the buttons that are confusing to people and try to automate as much as possible. So if you trade with Flooz, like, you rarely need to enter any slippage value or, like customize your gas fees. Like, everything just works out of the box for you. So like, our focus is to really humanize and make it as simple as possible. I can give you one easy example. Now, when you do a trade, we automatically, after you do a trade, instead of leaving you hanging and leaving you guessing what is happening with the trade, we automatically already display the trade in your activities, and then there you can see the process. Similar to like FedEx, like UPS, when you receive a package, you can see, hey, you initiated a transaction, it's currently processing, it's done or it failed. So we transparently communicate this with you, as opposed to you just make a transaction and at some point you get a message saying, hey, it worked. Right, so that's just a very small thing that we do that is a little bit of process innovation that is so very clear, and also very much needed. But we already put this in place. Another thing to just explain, the UX, like currently. So today, yesterday, so we released the token pages, or the hub, that allows you to discover different tokens, and see all the information. On these token pages, you will also find charts. Now, we don't have it yet, but soon we will. We're going to add dots on the charts to just show you when you bought and when you sold. It sounds very basic, but the majority of the apps don't even support that. So it's a lot of small details that we are doing very, very well that add up to something much better.
Okay. I'm
Right.
happy. I'm happy to hear that. So thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Thank you, Young Mo.
Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna unmute Rainy and John Dada as well. First comes first. Rainy, what is your question?
Hey,
Hello.
All right.
Hi.
So my question is, I've seen that Flooz allows users to buy using Google Pay and Apple Pay. So that's pretty interesting. However, my question is, do you guys have any plans to like expand the expand this sector more, like to integrate with a payment giant such as Visa and others, so people can buy with their credit cards, with debit cards, and fiats, and like are
Yeah,
you guys
so
any? All right, sure.
that's a good question. So currently, you can. I mean, we in our marketing and our communication, we always say you can buy with Apple and with Google Pay, but in reality, you can buy with any credit card. You can buy with like bank accounts, so you can send money, and then we will debit the crypto to your wallet instantly. So like there's different payment methods also localized in different markets that we offer. So if you're in the Netherlands, for instance, or like in the UK, you can use instant payment from your bank account, with a one-click flow to basically top up your crypto. Now, one thing that's going to become very important, there's still a big lack of fiat on-ramp providers in Southeast Asia, in the Middle East, in Africa, in Latin America, because like all of these specific regions have different payment infrastructures. So as I mentioned earlier, in India, for instance, like using Apple Pay and Google Pay is not even relevant, because in India everyone uses Paytm, which is a different payment processing company. And unless we integrate them, we cannot expect that we're going to become a successful product in markets like India. And I think this plays along for every other jurisdiction as well. We need to be able to fiat on ramp any customer from around the world as easy as possible.
Great. User friendly. That's what I always said. That's what crypto needs to be before mass adoption will happen. Thank you so much, Rainy, for your question. John, did you have a question?
Okay, yeah, thank you, Mary. Thanks for this session. It has been so impactful so far. Meanwhile, my question is, I want to ask our guest if there has been any set aside plans for investors to come in and they feel secured with their assets regarding your project. Do you get my question?
If there has been any, can you repeat that question?
Set,
I like that.
okay. Do you have any set out plans to make investors feel secured with their funds in your project?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So I think the first and foremost, one thing that we can mention off the back, we have successfully completed an audit with Sigma Prime, which is a very renowned auditor. They also audit the Ethereum Foundation, Dapper Labs, and some other companies. So we worked 6 months with them in a very close relationship to just make sure that our entire product is as secure as possible. So that's the first thing that we did. And then I mentioned earlier, like a lot of the security stuff that we're doing, right? So we are like not trying to re-say the whole thing again, but like in very short, we are emulating all transactions for our users. We allow you to abstract the accounts, meaning that you can log in with Twitter or with your telephone number or with Facebook or with Gmail, the email address, Google Authenticator, whatever you like. So that if you lose your seed phrase, that you can recover it. It will also work with guardians, meaning you can invite your friends so they can fairly easily help you recover your seed phrase. We block a lot of malicious websites to make sure that you do not click on links that you shouldn't be clicking on. And then we analyze the smart contracts in a very detailed manner, meaning we take a look if there are honeypots in there, if there are any plausible transfer functions, if there are any proxy contracts being used, if the owner has more than 5% of the liquidity. And then lastly, we put every transaction in comparison with current market data, meaning like we show you stuff like liquidity in respect to market cap to tell you, like if this is, if this makes sense or not. So like we do a lot of stuff, to proactively protect our users. And we hope, that this is not a one-time thing that you need to do, but it's a constant thing that you need to constantly invest in. And we are very much committing to keeping our users and our community as safe as possible.
Great, thank you for that question. I unmuted. Oh, where did he go? the Bitcoin man, but I think he left. All right.
Could be.
So I have another question, and that's about partnerships, because you also mentioned in the beginning that you have worked with all these banks and helped Klarna and everything. So do you plan, or do you have partnerships with those big companies in the pipeline, or already settled, or I mean,
It's
for instance, Klarna, can you use crypto on Klarna, or can you?
no, like I think those are different problems that are being used. So like for e-commerce specifically, there are different providers, including, Coinbase, that provide infrastructure for you to buy anything in the world using crypto. This is not us. Like we are the wallet and the infrastructure that allows you to do so, but we are not building rails for like e-commerce and checkout. That's not what we do. But there are other companies that do that. And right now, like frankly speaking, we are really focused on us, like our community and building the best product. We are not currently trying to partner up with like massive banks. Also, just because like banking customers. So, for instance, in Germany, you have a few really, really big banks, but their customers, they are not into Web3 whatsoever, and trying to build something for an audience that, thinks that Web3 is like not good, or they've seen, what happened with FTX and they don't trust it, etc. It's just at this current form and stage in the current market condition, I think wasted energy and wasted potential. And so that's why we just want to focus on ourselves and just build the best product.
Very good. I got one other question here from Sad. If you have a question, Sad, don't be sad. You can ask now. You have to unmute yourself. Or we can't hear you.
Yep.
Maybe he didn't want, maybe just hit the button. Not on purpose, I don't know. I'm gonna check if we have some questions from the audience that are writing them in here. No, I don't think so.
I think we're good. It's also like
Yeah,
it was a 1 hour packed with a lot of like insights, great questions, with an amazing host hosting this beautiful panel on a Wednesday evening. Thank you so much for having us and for organizing this panel. Also, big shout out to Salvatore and Craig for allowing me to come up here on stage together with you. So I feel truly blessed to speaking to everyone in this audience today. Just one more thing, just to wrap it up. Like all of you spending the time right now listening 1 hour to like two crazy people living in the future, work on decentralized product. I just wanted to thank all of you. You are truly opinion leaders and thought leaders in this world. This entire Web3 space is so tiny, and just you being here shows that you're very, very early adopters and pioneers in this entire space. So thank you everyone for being here, and thank you so much for offering us the stage to be able to talk to you today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for coming, guys. It was amazing to learn about Flooz.
Just before we close things off, guys, don't forget to claim your free NFT. We've pinned it to the top of the Twitter space. Make sure to claim it with the Flooz wallet. And we thank you so much for having us. It's been a pleasure.
So let's go through. If people in here now want to download the Flooz wallet, they go to the App Store or the whatever store it's called on the other.
I think the links are pinned, no?
Yeah, the links are pinned, so you'll directly be taken to the app on both the Android and iOS.
And it's free to download, right? And
exactly, it's free to download.
Can you implement your old wallet right away with seed phrases then?
Yeah, you can import you can import your seed phrase into the Flooz wallet, and then just you have everything there, all your money, everything. We automatically track your portfolio. A lot of people are doing this, so like I can recommend you doing that as well.
It's actually funny to know, like some people imported their seed phrase, and because they had been using other wallets which were, let's say, less prominent in their design, they'd realized that by importing their seed phrase into the Flooz wallet, they could see all the transactions and assets that they have held and made in the past. So it was a big eye-opener for a lot of people to finally realize what they'd actually been doing with their money.
I need to try this. Can you also see all these dust attacks that you constantly get in your
Well,
wallet?
you
Like,
definitely see when people are pushing when they're pushing like scam tokens to you, but you can hide them easily.
okay, that's good. So you don't have to see them.
Yeah.
I like that. Great. Well, thank you so much for coming. And Craig, you didn't get to say too much. I'm sorry about that.
No, it's all good. When Lamine speaks, it's you just got to listen, right? It's a lot better than what I could have said.
Oh, I doubt that. Let's have some closing statements from you also then, Craig.
Yeah,
Nothing.
just thank you very much for having us. And one of the things I'd just probably like to leave on is we're very receptive to any feedback, right? So if you're downloading the Flooz wallet, if there's some things you like, some things you don't like, just fire them over to us because we take all the feedback and we use it. We read every single comment, and it'll just make the wallet even stronger.
Very good. I like that. I like when people can have influence in, because there are so many talented people out there, and I like teams who listen. And I also really like the way you approach the young people and try to like find the best way to get out there to them. An easy way. Why call it NFTs? Why not call it something that it really is instead?
Yeah, I agree.
Great. I really like this. Thank you so much for coming, guys. And I really hope you can come back and tell us more later on.
I hope so too.
Further down
It was
the
it
road.
was a pleasure.